Hi, and thank you for watching. My name is Amanda Mateer, and I'm a spirit medium. And I had an experience earlier this week that reminded me that not everyone is as comfortable with the idea of mediumship and communicating with the spirits of people that have passed on than I am as a medium. I had just gotten so comfortable and used to that being a very natural process in the course of me being a medium that I sort of forgot that there's a lot of people that haven't experienced it firsthand, that may be fearful of it, that may not understand it. And there are what a lot of people that would consider themselves skeptical of the whole process. And what reminded me of this was I was in a YouTube vortex earlier this week, meaning going from one video to another. And I was watching one video that was a mediumship reading of a skeptic. And I'm not going to go into what all the video contained, but what was interesting to me was the comments about the video. I don't normally read comments on the internet, but for some reason I just peeked down below. And there were some really beautiful comments, people that, said that they thought it was wonderful and thank you for sharing. And then there was a lot of people that had very fearful or negative comments or skeptical comments, which is all right. I mean, everybody has the right to their own opinion. But I thought maybe that if during this video I could kind of address some of those common skeptical comments about mediums and open up a new way of thinking about things. I'm not here to convert skeptics. People are going to believe what they're going to believe, and I think that sometimes the only way to change a belief is to have a first-hand experience. But there's no harm in kind of explaining things a little further or opening up possibly another way to look at it. So I'm going to take the basic top, I'm going to group kind of the comments I saw into 3 different categories and kind of address them one by one. So the top comment, and this only applied because it was an in-person reading, was this is a cold reading and that the person claiming to be a medium is just reading that person's body language. And I understand that there are people out there that do this type of reading. But no one's body language is going to tell someone a specific about their loved one who has passed on, such as a nickname, such as their favorite song, such as the things they love to do, that often come up during mediumship readings when spirits are communicating to their loved ones or validating that they're still around. So no matter how good you are at reading the body language, you may, pin eventually get somewhere as far as figuring out the relationship. Maybe you could figure out someone's father died and kind of reading body language, but you can't really get those details that come through in an authentic mediumship reading. I don't care how good you are at reading body language. And another way to address this is that I myself, and I know a lot of other mediums, actually can do readings via phone. So when I do readings, I'm not looking at someone, I can't read their body language. So if someone really believes that it's all there is to it, then I invite you to contact a medium that does phone sessions, and without being able to read body language, see what happens. The next semi-related concern of people was, the medium just Googled this person. There's a person on the computer. They're feeding them this information. And I have to say, for people that are really, dedicated to true mediumship readings, no one has time for that. And the internet surprisingly doesn't tell you as much as people think it does in this situation. And I'm not saying, I know that for sure because I haven't tried to Google any of my clients, but it just seems to be common sense. Facebook knows way more about you than any medium ever would, except for what they're being told by people on the other side. So again, it goes back to the details. Talk about, let's say someone was doing that. Someone was taking people's information and then Googling them and trying to get as much information about their loved ones, in a fraudulent way. No matter how hard someone looks on the internet, there are still details, there are still things that spirits can come through with that no one can know, no one can find on the internet. And that's the power of a mediumship reading, is that spirits will find a way to communicate something that no one else would know, or that's not common knowledge. And they do this specifically so that you can trust the experience of what's happening, so you can trust that they're still around, so you can trust that they're still watching you, and so you can heal. They're not going to, they just don't come through with just anything. There's always some way for them to kind of touch your heart during a session so that you know that it's real. And lastly, the other kind of broad category that I saw people commenting negatively with, and I'm not going to get really into this, but a lot of people were saying, it's in the Bible that you're not talking to spirits, you're talking to demons, and that they're misleading you. And I'm not particularly versed on what the Bible says about this, and I fully respect everybody's belief about this. I can only say, from experience as a medium in the sessions I have, is, during the session there is healing. People bring forward messages of love. People who get readings, like after they're done, they feel more peaceful, they feel more alive, they feel like they can move on, they feel motivated, they feel energetic. And I just can't grasp the idea that whatever is behind that experience is anything less than positive, loving, truth, bliss, all those positive things. I have never experienced a session where the energy surrounding what was coming through was misleading or fearful or controlling or anything like that. And again, I think the only way that maybe people that are skeptical in this respect can move forward is to have an experience for themselves. So again, it's okay to be scared. It's okay to not understand. Life is a process. Things open up to you when you're ready for them. Everything is totally okay. But I would recommend, if this is something that you're curious about, do some research, ask more questions, see what's out there. There's a lot of people out there that are not only sharing examples of their gifts, but there's also a lot of research out there coming to light. So all you have to do is look and then have an experience for yourself. So I really hope that I opened up possibly another way to view some of these concerns. And please feel free to contact me to ask any questions or even put your own comments. I will actually read the comments. Like I said, I don't normally do that, but for my own video, I'll make an exception. So thank you so much for watching. Have a great day.